Shelter Cove on Odell Lake was another great place to take a zero. They have many campsites and cabins available. They have public restrooms, showers, and laundry facilities. There's a general store and a place to pick up resupply boxes. Sadly, due to staffing shortages, the restaurant was closed and I could not get the burger I was craving. That's okay. In true hiker trash fashion, I had a score bar, an ice cream bar, and a Bud Light for lunch one day. I discovered a new trail favorite, Dots pretzels. Later, they became Dirt Dots. There was a specific PCT area where we could charge all our devices, organize our resupplies, have meals, and just socialize. I met lots of new friends and ran into some old friends from Crater Lake. Good morning. It is Tuesday, July 19th. I am leaving Shelter Cove, doing a road walk back to the PCT. And I had a zero at Shelter Cove and it was very nice. One thing I find kind of funny and interesting is that I came out here to be alone, to be in the woods, but I'm enjoying that. But the parts that I really enjoy the most are when I get to places where the hikers congregate, like Crater Lake, Shelter Cove, sort of the resort towns where everyone takes a zero. Because it's just so cool to meet so many different people from all walks of life. And I think one of the things I've learned a couple times now is not to necessarily judge a book by its cover, because if I would pass someone who looks like a hiker, looks like some of these people, filthy, bedraggled, if I would pass them back home, I wouldn't talk to them. But here, I just been striking up conversations with strangers and being kind to strangers. There was one girl who was having problems with her dad. He's ill. I gave her a hug. Oh my God. She gave me the longest, strongest hug I think I ever had. So it's definitely is a camaraderie among the hikers, but it's also teaching me that the good in people, and I need to maybe be kinder to people back home. And above Shelter Cove, this is Odell Lake. Over here is Shelter Cove. There is Diamond Peak. Right there. Outside of Shelter Cove, the trail turns to lake after lake after lake. It's quite pretty. However, that also makes the skeeters pretty bad. So I'm going to admire them just walking by and not stopping. What a great little cabin. There's an upstairs area to sleep. There's a hiker little box and a logbook. Lots of benches, table and chairs. I'm going to have my lunch here. They have solar powered lights and like ways to kind of tidy up, and a wood burning stove and a bunch of firewood outside. What a great place. I could live here. and pots and pans. You could cook. I was pretty tired after hiking over 20 miles again. Lingo beat me to Charlton Lake, but I still made it there in time for a relaxing swim. We had dinner and then dove into our tents just as the little bastards began to swarm. As usual, Lingo made it out of camp before me, but I had a leisurely breakfast in my tent before hitting the trail. The plan was to make it all the way to Elk Lake. I had too much fun this day, though, and didn't quite make it. First view of what I think are the sisters. I think right there are the sisters, and right there is Mount Bachelor. Sisters, Mount Bachelor. Not really sure, but I'm coming for you. To entertain myself through a burn section, I made up all different ways of how to get over logs. Full documentary will come later. That's the step over. You can do a sit and spin, or you can do the step on and over. Lots of choices. At Irish Lake, there was a sign, so I followed it down a dirt road. I was welcomed to a campsite with a sun tent, prayer flags made of soda cans, and 3 men who had done the PCT in 2016. They had a huge spread with sodas, beer, 3 kinds of homemade burritos, all types of chips, cheese, frozen popsicles, both alcoholic and not, and frozen candy. They had chairs, paddle boards, and an adorable dog named Velma. Not something I'd want to get my water from. It's mosquito hell. This is an example of a shimmy underlog. However, with the downward facing branches, a lot of people have chosen the old-fashioned walk-around technique, which I too will be employing. It's another great day. I left Charlton Lake about 7. Had a leisurely breakfast in my tent because the little flying bastards were so bad. And then through the burn area, I was able to get service and see the sisters and Bachelor. So I stopped and I called Eric and Sarah. And then at Irish Lake, or Taylor Lake, the lake right before Irish Lake, there was trail magic. So I spent like another hour there. I cannot remember the name of the 3 guys. Of course, now I'm going up. Of the 3 guys who did it. But they did the PCT in 2016. And they had burritos and frozen pops, like popsicles, and frozen candy, and soda, and alcohol, and a fire. So I stayed there for a long time. While I was there, I met Meat Hands. His wife is a 3-day eventer from Vermont. And I also met Speedy. And what's been keeping me going today is I've been doing a little documentary about how to cross logs, all the different techniques. So it's beautiful today. There's lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of lakes, but also lots and lots and lots of bugs. So looks like I'm about to lose my head net. So just meandering today. Not too shabby place to stay. Morning breakfast spot. I got up this morning at 4. It was still too dark to get out of the tent, so I waited till 4:30. And I was on the trail by 4:45. Kind of probably pissed some muggles off, but they pissed me off by talking right outside my tent last night. And so now it's not even 7, and I'm having some coffee, some breakfast chocolate, and a Bobo's bar. It's a good day. I got back up with Lingo at Elk Lake Resort. I took a Nero here where I took a shower, did some laundry, and ate excellent restaurant food. They didn't have much of a resupply, but it was only 3 more days into Sisters, where we would resupply at a real grocery store.